Ah, you're back! Well, I guess you're a glutton for punishment. One thing you do have to remember about watching this channel is you will start to think, as I did when I was watching channels like this, that when you look on Craigslist for like a truck, a project truck, things seem a lot easier than they are. You'll see a truck and it'll like have no interior, no engine and no transmission, and it'll have been in a field for 10 years. And the ad will say massive restoration projects, and you'll look at it and you'll go, it's a weekend. You're welcome. Anyway, back onto this. And seatbelts, if you didn't remember. So, it was a bit of an impromptu end to the last video because I got her out and she looked so cool. I thought, that'll do. So we're still on with seatbelts, and I think I've got something for that steering wheel. I have a plan. Don't like it anymore. Was going to leave it, but we have a plan for it now. So it'll be seatbelts. Got to clean the throttle body. When the Volvo goes, going to put Betty back on the road, get some wheels, and get her mobile and get her driving regularly. So anyway, enough waffling. Let's get on. Anyway, I thought I'd give a little bit of an explanation as to my thinking and process when I'm taking something. Oh, can you hear the plane? When I'm taking something out of Mountaineer and putting in the F250, and obviously shapes are vastly different. I always try and go for straight edges. I don't have panel beating tools, so anything I can make straight means I can re-strengthen with box. You know, I've not got to get tube or pipe, and I don't have a pipe bender or anything for curves, anything like that. So I always try and go for straight edges. So we've got straight, straight, kind of straight, straight on this side. And then once you offer it in and clamp it in at the first point, then start to just offer up your strengthening. So get it in and then just start to offer up the cross members or the strengthening box that you're going to put in at both ends. And then once you've got those both kind of rested in place, you can then throw tacks here, and then it's in, and then you can really start to go to town to work this piece of metal to sit across the top and weld in. So I don't know, I wanted to do that because a lot of the time it's baffling as to how you're going to fit something like that into this area. And you just have to take it one step at a time. And take your time as well, don't rush it. Okay, so we're just waiting for that weld to cool down now. Put some weld underneath there. One thing I found, which may be handy for some of you guys to know, is so when there's a weld in like a valley like that, and I can't fit my nozzle in between the green painted part on the bottom of the Mountaineer seatbelt bracket, what I did was turned up the power 2 notches and the wire speed 2 notches and the volume of gas, and then, you know, gives you a decent weld and penetration when it's a considerable distance from the front of your gun, if you will. So right, so yeah, we're waiting for that. It's just interesting what you find out. So when I was taking the paint off, obviously I'm using like a flapper wheel, and the paint was staying on that. So somebody's done some body work on this side, because you come around here and you see it's got a thin skim on the outside. So interesting what you find out. Seat belts are in on this side, so dug all the bog out, so that's all steel, and put a bit more bog in where I did my welding, so that's that. And then on the inside, I got some light. She's in. She is all welded in. Happy days. That's the top. There's the bottom. So my free running boards are very crusty here. But am I going to cut those bolts out? No. Am I going to use WD-40? No. I am going to use these new products that were sent to me. CAIG products. CAIG. Am I right? Whatever. So, look. Oh, work. Don't get much better product review than that. Deoxit D5 rusty bolts. Perfect. Go buy it. We're off to see the wheels, the wonderful wheels of Craigslist. A little less romantic, but here we go. Wish us all luck. That moment when Waze tells you to drive into the Target parking lot and you're like, that can't be right. She'll just pull over. And then the guy texts you and goes, I'll be in the truck in the back corner of the Target parking lot. Oy. Okay. Yay, Craigslist. So I guess you would call that a wheel fail. So as you know, the guy wanted to meet me in a parking lot, so pulled in, and he's there in his pickup with the wheels out on the floor already, and he's young, kind of like, hey dude, blah 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 blah. And I don't know, we're meeting in a parking lot worries me anyway. I was like, did you live far away? And he's like, no. So anyhow, I started looking around the wheels. One of the tyres was torn to pieces, and all of the other tyres were really, really old. And it was at the top of my budget, so I looked at them and the wheels were okay. The centre bores were too big, so I would assume I'd need hub-centric rings to get them perfectly centred. So that's another thing. So I said to the guy, okay, so what are you going to do me? You're going to do me a certain amount of money off. I'm not going to allude to my budget yet, but I wanted some money off, and we just couldn't come to a deal. And I kind of gone cold on the wheels. I have an idea of a theme that I want with this truck. And that theme for those wheels was a lot more old school than my ultimate theme, which I'm not going to say anything about yet. But there is a look I want for this truck, so I'm still going to keep looking, and it may involve wheel spacers. Didn't want to go with spacers, but I may have to. We'll see. So anyway, back on with the work. This was my artistic choice to show a journey for Betty, starting in. And now, who knows if this is the end of the journey? So far, she's made it to California. So, this side's on. Obviously, no outriggers, but the running boards are on. Nice. With that running board being done, we were onto the throttle body here. And I'm hoping the sticking is happening in here somewhere. So all these plastic clips and stuff tend to snap at the edge of this vehicle. So I'm spraying it with that stuff, the Deoxit D5, and they're all sliding off easy. And one thing I saw was made in USA. So I thought, should give these guys a go. Good stuff. Betty has been a bit of a bear to drive since day one because this throttle sticks right on opening. There you can see it and hear it. You can see there's a carbon ring in there, combination of probably the age of the vehicle and also the fact that it's inhaled a ton of smoke when she set herself on fire. So we'll clean all that out and then see if we have a smooth action. You can definitely say she is happier now. It was, the actual throttle flap was sticking on that ridge. So yeah, so I used that stuff and a scratch brake pad and got it all clean. And then I didn't have any carburetor cleaner, so brake cleaner. Job done, let's get her back on. You may now call her a smooth operator. Oh my god. I give up these gems of comedy for free as well. My god. Surprised Saturday Night Live hasn't picked me up yet as a writer. Righty hoodly ho, I guess it's outrigger time. On the F250, the running boards were longer, so I had more. So we've got two spare over there. I'm using the two best so far. So, let's see what we can cobble up here. It's kind of funny the contrast between new and old. New, old. Shiny, dirty. It's unexpected. I didn't expect it to be that close. There we go. So shortened down, bit of a step because it graduates as it goes up, but that's fine. Nice and hot weld, and let's stick it to the car. What a lot of work, and it looks exactly the bloody same, but bolts in these holes should be the telling factor that I've been working my arse off for bloody hours. Oh, and you can't see any of it. So that one is directly on the frame, bolted in. This one was actually short. So we've got box section on the front, box section on the back, and onto the frame, and she's super solid. Now to the other side. Yay. Okay, so I'm not going to be taking the cab off this. And as you can see, there's a little bit of like rust and hazing of rust. You can see it there, starting. So what I want to do, because I've no idea where this truck's going to end up, you know, east or west coast or rust belt wise, I want to seal up all this bare metal down here. So what I did a little bit of research, and a really good product seems to be this. So when there's a little bit of rust hazing, you know, and the metal isn't perfectly virgin, if you will, this stuff seems to be pretty spectacular. So that's what we're going to be using, Coroseal. I'm going to be cleaning it off, degreasing it and everything, and then I'm going to be brushing that stuff on, leaving it till tomorrow, seam seal it, and then bed liner it. Game on. Well, I think you can definitely say that it does what it says it does on the tin. Says it was going to go black when it reacted with all the light surface rust and corrosion and stuff, and it did. And the underside looks, you know, the same as that. So, just done a second heavy coat of the Coroseal kind of etch primer, rust eater primer situation. So there's that, and then see if I can. Oh. So yeah, so good thick coating on the underneath of the back, and that's going to get all bed linered, and then yeah, god damn it, I hate working on my back. Oh, okay. And then on the inside, just kind of selectively recoated some areas. It's nice and thick and all on, so that's all going to be getting painted. I'm now going to take the steering column out, loosen the e-brake down there, and take out all that wiring loom and start painting the underneath of the dash area with the Coroseal so we can get painted, because it's all bare metal right now. Eek. You know, I hate stepping back to step forward, but it's got to be done. Things are actually going well. They look extremely chaotic right now, but they're actually going well. We are taking that step back, and we have yet to step forward with progress. Second coat's on, and pulling out all this wiring here, and then I'm going to be Corosealing underneath everything and sealing it all up and treating the rust, and Betty's going to be around for quite a while. So I'm going to end the episode here. If you like what you see, like the video and subscribe to the channel, please. Thank you very much. And also Facebook for Nathan's Garage and Frame Swap Faction, and also Instagram for Nathan's Garage Official. Thanks for watching. See you next time.